One thing I always found in math interesting when I was teaching is they teach this as FOIL, as if it's something different. So we got a couple binomials here, right? And they talk about using FOIL to multiply binomials. And really, gotta grab a red here. When we did this last time, last video, all I said was multiply this one times this one, and this one times this one, whoops, don't do that, not yet. This one, this one times this one, and this one times that one, right? Remember the last time there was 6 multiplications because there was 2 here and 2 here? Well, anytime that you have 2 here and 2 here, you're going to have 4 multiplications, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So FOIL really, when we get into factoring, it might be more useful, but it's just multiplication. So don't confuse yourself or make it any more complicated than it needs to be. It's just n times n, which is n squared. N times -8, which is -8n, plus 3 times n, which is plus 3n, and plus 3 times -8, which is -24. And we can simplify it because we can collect like terms right here. So the n squared stays, minus 8n plus 3n minus 8 plus 3, minus 5n, and minus 24. Okay? Now when we do get into factoring, which won't happen this week, but when we do, you have to take this polynomial and break it into its 2 factors, its 2 binomials. We'll talk a lot more about that later, another week, not even in week 11, I don't believe. So the reality is, it's just the same multiplication as you did before, just a distributive property. Okay. Let's look at another one. This one here has x's and y's, and we'll take a quick look at how that works. Okay, but again, it is just this 3x times 2x, 3x times 5y, minus y times 2x, and minus y times 5y. Move this down a little bit. So 3x times 2x, 3 times 2 is 6, x squared. Okay. Now 3x times 5y, 3 times 5 is plus 15, xy. Because we can't really multiply x times y and get something with an exponent, so we just put them together as xy. Negative y times 2x, remember that would be like negative 1y, right? So negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, and again, it's just xy. Now it's y times x, but we always put the variables in alphabetical order. X comes before y, so we write it as xy. And then I'm running tight on space here, but negative 1y times positive 5y, negative 1 times 5 is negative 5y squared, right? Because y times y is y squared. We can collect like terms again, okay? Because right here, this one here and this one here are like terms, okay? So we do this. 6x squared, there's nothing to collect there. Plus 15 and minus 2 is plus 13xy, and then the minus 5y squared stays there, right? So it is something that you can do with 2 variables, multiple variables, okay? It's something you do with any number of variables. And when we do it, we get rid of the brackets, and we end up with a polynomial without any brackets. We'll see you next slide.